welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over all of the books that I am hoping to read in the first half of winter. So this is hopefully going to be, probably take me up to around the new year, and then we will do a New Year's wrap up, and then we will look ahead to the new year, and we'll talk about books I want to read in the new year. So hopefully I can get through most of these books before the new year. And these are books that have been on my shelf for a while. I'm trying to kind of be making myself go on a book buying ban because I have so many books behind me that I have not read. So I just went through and I picked a bunch off of there that seem interesting to me. I'm not really picking any for atmospheric reasons or anything like that. I just kind of went through and picked out ones that seem like I would be interested in them. And I will say really quickly as well that I'm just going to be reading the synopsis, and I know that that kind of annoys some people, so I apologize if that annoys you, but it's just easier for me, and I find it a lot, I feel like I can give a better idea of what the book is about rather than me summarizing it into my own words when I haven't read it yet, if that makes sense. So without further ado, let's get on into the video. So the first book that we're going to talk about is one that has been around and been talked about on YouTube for quite a while now, and I'm coming late into the game, and that is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I have never read anything by Victoria Schwab, I don't believe, or V.E. Schwab. I believe she goes by Victoria when she's writing young adult, and V.E. when she's writing adult, I think. But I've heard quite a bit about this book, and I do have, it's a duology, I have both books, so hopefully I like this one and then I can move on to the next one. But this one's synopsis says, there's no such thing as safe in a city full of monsters. Kate Harker wants to be as ruthless as her father, to prove she's worthy to stand beside him and lead their city. August Flynn wants to be human, but he isn't. He's a monster, one that can steal souls with a song. His own father's secret weapon. Their city is divided. Their city is crumbling. Kate and August are the only two who see both sides, the only two who could do something. But how do you decide whether to be a hero or a villain when it's hard to tell which is which? The next one is called Jacoby, and it's by William Ritter, and this one is actually the start of a new series. There's 4 in all, I believe, and I have all 4 of them. I bought them on Book Outlet forever ago. So there's Jacoby, Beastly Bones, Ghostly Echoes, and The Dire King, and I do believe that they are all about different things. And this one is kind of being heralded as being Sherlock Holmes crossed with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so that should be pretty interesting. It says, newly arrived in New Fiddleham, New England in 1892, which I love a period piece. And in need of a job, Abigail Rook is hired by R.F. Jacoby, an investigator of the unexplained with a keen eye for the extraordinary, including the ability to see supernatural beings. On her first day, Abigail finds herself in the midst of a thrilling case. A serial killer is on the loose. Jacoby is certain the foul deeds are the work of the kind of creature whose very existence the local authorities, with the exception of a handsome young detective named Charlie Kane, seem adamant to deny. So this one seems really interesting. I'm going to check really quickly here. I've got the rest of the series, and I want to see if this is like a continuation or if it's more of like an anthology series. 1 second. So these are the other books. It is. Okay, so this is a continuation, so that's cool. So hopefully if I like this one, then I can continue on with the series with the next 2. The next book is a thriller called I See You by Claire McIntosh. This one I've also heard about on BookTube before, and I've had this one sitting on my TBR for years and years. And it says, it all starts during her commute home one night. Zoe Walker glances through her local paper and sees her own face staring back at her in a classified ad. With the grainy photo is a phone number and a listing for a website called findtheone.com. In the following day, she sees other women in the same ad, a different one every day, and nearly all of them show up in the newspapers as victims of increasingly violent crimes, including murder. With the help of a determined cop, Zoe uncovers the ad's twisted purpose, and suddenly the man on the train sitting across the car, the one smiling at Zoe, could be more than just a friendly stranger. He could be someone who has deliberately chosen her and is ready to make his next move. This one sounds super, super creepy, very eerie, very scary. And I think this one will be a great thriller. It sounds really fast paced as well. Next is another one that I am definitely late to the party for. And again, this is another one that has been hugely popular on BookTube in previous years. I've had it for a while and have yet to read it, and that is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This one, I just feel like it's time. I need to read this one. I don't have Crooked Kingdom, which is the second one. I think it's just, is this just a duology or is there 3? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I have never picked this one up, and it is hugely popular on BookTube, where it was, at least when it first came out a few years ago. I'm just like late to all these trends. I just read The Raven Boys this year as well, so I am just late to all these trends. But it says, Ketterdam, a bustling hub of international trade where anything can be had for the right price. And no one knows that better than criminal prodigy Kaz Brecker. Kaz is offered a chance at a deadly heist that could make him rich beyond his wildest dreams, but he can't pull it off alone. A convict with a thirst for revenge, a sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager, a runaway with a privileged past, a spy known as the Wraith, a heart-trender using her magic to survive the slums, and a thief with the gift for the unlikely escapes. Kaz's crew are the only ones who might stand between the world and destruction if they don't kill each other first. So this is one that I would normally not probably pick up if not for having heard so many good things about it on BookTube. So that is the wonder of BookTube, is that you can just hear about a book so often and just have like heard about it from so many people that are so excited about it that it makes you excited about it, even if it's something that you normally wouldn't pick up. And I found a lot of really great books that way. That's like my favorite thing about BookTube. Next we have Come Find Me by Megan Miranda, and I have read another Megan Miranda before that I really liked a lot. I think it was The Safest Lies. I think that's one that she wrote. And this one doesn't seem like it's going to disappoint either. It says, how often the danger lurks inside our own homes, how often we let it inside. That's creepy. The problem with a missing person investigation is this: everyone is under suspicion. If they were taken, it's most likely by someone they know. A disappearance could be reported in order to cover up something worse. But this is different. Liam was there, and then he was gone, along with the dog. Like he slipped from this dimension, like something took him from us. So that one sounds really, really interesting. I love different dimension books, so I'm not sure if that's actually what this is going to end up being, but like different timelines and different dimensions and stuff like that. I'm really interested in all of that. So I love reading books about that. And check this out, you guys. I got this for $6 at Walmart in the bargain bin. You can't see that. Dang. Can you see now? I don't know. Anyways, it was $6 in the bargain section at Walmart. Now, next is a book that I believe I had on my fall to be read list. So this one I have to get to soon because I put it on 2 lists now. So that's telling me I need to get to it. And that is by Frank Peretti and Ted Decker, and it is called House. This one I've read so many times that I can kind of give you a synopsis off the top of my head. And basically it's about a couple that is driving through the forest. Well, not really the forest, but they're driving along a long winding highway and they're trying to get to their vacation spot, when they end up having a strange accident that leaves them completely stranded. So they start walking along the road and they eventually come to a house. Inside the house, they are faced with other couples and other people who have had the same sort of situation happen to them. So it seems like maybe there's some pranksters or something on the road. But once they are there, they start to face some interesting occurrences in the house. Now, it doesn't really say, to me, I feel like this could go both ways. This could be like a haunted house story, or it could be a case of like, you know, some weird people trying to get all these people together to play some sort of like, I don't know, murder game or something. I'm not sure. Like, why would they, the only reason that I can think of that they would be trying to get all these people together in one house is for like murderous purposes. So I feel like it could go either way. It could go the thriller way with like killers, mass murderers, that sort of thing, or it could go the paranormal way with hauntings and whatever going on inside the house. I have read from Ted Decker before. I don't think I've read anything from Frank Peretti, but I'm pretty sure that they both write more like thrillers. So I think probably it's going to go the way of like the murder route, but we shall see when I finally get to this. Now that I'm about to pull this up, I think that I might have also put this one on my fall TBR. Now that I'm looking, I'm like, I think I had this one on there too. But it is The Murmurings by Carly Ann West, and this one sounds very creepy. It says, the faucet drips, the rhythm is steady, and soon my heart begins to beat in time with it. Then there is nothing. It's as if all sound is pulled from the bathroom with the intake of a breath. After a moment, sound returns, murmuring. It's so close, yet I can't make out the words. So I try to tell myself that the murmuring isn't getting louder, more insistent. I tell myself it's not happening more frequently. And mostly, I tell myself that I didn't see the mirror start to ripple where my face was, as if something was behind the glass, trying to get out. So scary does that sound? So this one probably is some sort of like demonic possession sort of situation, which super scary, which I'm definitely into. All right, you guys, so those are the books that I am most interested in reading this winter, or the first half of winter anyways. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever read any of them and what your thoughts on them were. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.